I'm John White, and today we're taking some items from the mailbag, and the first one is Deere Southwest Yard and Garden. I have alfalfa growing as an intercrop in my home orchard. Besides improving soil fertility, what else is it good for? And my guest today is Dr. Carol Sutherland, and Carol is going to help answer some questions because we've kind of pulled out some of them that have a little bit of an entomology background to it. So
Okay.
Carol, welcome to the show.
All right, thanks a lot.
What about alfalfa?
Okay, we just happen to have some blooming alfalfa here for a prop, and we can use this. This is a home for many beneficial insect species. Many of the lady beetles, the ladybugs that we're all familiar with, both the adults and the larvae will be here. We have nabus or damsel bugs. We have minute pirate bugs. A lot of these little creatures you've probably never even really seen. The benefit from having alfalfa in between your trees is that when the crop is cut, it forces many of these beneficials out somewhere else to look for some pests that might be there. So this is another excellent resource for ornamentals for homes, yards, and gardens.
Carol, another question we've had is Deere Southwest Yard and Garden. I have a Pyracantha with spider mites on it. This seems to be a reoccurring problem. What can I do to control this problem? And this is from Sylvia in Las Cruces.
Okay, here we've got a sprig of Pyracantha. You can see that it's just finished blooming. You'll notice that some of this foliage down here is very dusty looking. It's kind of bronze colored instead of bright green. This is where the spider mites are. With magnification, you can probably find a bunch of spider mites on the undersides or even on the top sides of foliage. These little critters are so tiny that they actually kill individual plant cells. Controlling these little beasts with an insecticide is going to be problematic. You'll probably kill more of the beneficials that are trying to eat the spider mites than you are the spider mites themselves. I would suggest that people use heavy sprays of water, just good old water, to wash their plants down thoroughly several times a week until the problem subsides. You'll certainly be doing some benefit here for the plant.
Okay. Carol, another letter we have is Deere Southwest Yard and Garden. I've been finding these brown bumps on the limbs of my trees in my yard. When I disturb them, they just flake off. What are these and what can I do? And this is sincerely Charles, TRC, New Mexico.
Okay, what they're probably looking at is this Parthenolecanium scale, which is this shiny, dark brown, kind of helmet-shaped structure that's right here on this pecan branch. Now these have a very broad host range, so they can be found on pecan, they can be found on any of your common backyard shade trees, mulberry or ash or any of these kinds of things. These insects are Homoptera. They have piercing, sucking mouth parts. The immature stages, which we'll be seeing here shortly, will move up onto the branch and establish themselves. They lose their legs, their antennae, their eyes, all kinds of semblance to an insect as they grow older. This is the overwintering female here, and when he flakes them off, like he mentioned in his letter with his fingernail, you'll find a bunch of dry eggs underneath. Those will be hatching shortly to continue the life cycle. Just one generation a year.
Okay. And control, Carol?
Most of the time these are under control by beneficial insects, so you're probably not going to need a special control.
Or anything like that.
A dormant oil would be perhaps advisable if you had an exceptional population.
Okay. Carol, another letter, Dear Southwest Yard and Garden. I have a tree in my yard that has a large pruning wound. The wound has rotted and there are little white insects in the wood. What do you think these insects are, and are they damaging the tree? And this is thanks, George, Tularosa, New Mexico.
Okay, what we see here is a tree with a pruning wound on it. It's many years ago that this has been done. The bark is rolling over, but we do have a hollow here where the plant has rotted away. The large white insects that the man is probably seeing in his tree are a dampwood termite, which would be feeding on the dead heartwood of the tree. They're down in the tree there somewhere, probably creating a colony of some sort. This may substantially weaken the tree later on. But
especially structurally.
Right, but also of import here, now that we know we have Africanized honeybees in this area, it would be advisable probably to fill this hole in with something like maybe some steel wool down at the base, and you can use some of that instant concrete or mortar mix and cover the hole in, seal it over, so that the bees don't have an access point, a place to live.
Okay. Now as far as treatment of the termite, does it need to be treated?
I don't think there are any treatments that would be advisable, really. it's a situation that's far too deep in the tree, and there are no materials currently registered. So.
Okay, thank you, Carol.
Mm-hmm.